Wow, what a show so far. Major breaking UFC 263 news. Sorry to interrupt before the main event, but Brandon Moreno is your new UFC Flyweight champion. What's up? Fred Richani, TSC, your home for MMA news updates and interviews. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. You may recall Deiveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno had one of the great UFC fights of all time last year. Went to a draw, went down the wire. Incredible fight. Both guys just were literally spent. Here we are, 6 months later, 7 months later. We've been waiting for this fight. These guys delivered. Well, I should say one guy delivered. It was a very entertaining fight while it lasted, but at the end, it was Brandon Moreno who got the win via rear naked choke submission in round number 3 to become the new flyweight champion. He looked great throughout that fight. I mean, he really did. Avoided the guillotine attempt, great submission defense, looked good on his feet, knocked Figueiredo down, had him spinning, and then in round 3, took him down, got those hooks in, locked in the RNC, and Figueiredo had no choice but to tap out. And Figueiredo showed great class after the fight, congratulating Moreno. Crowd went unglued for Moreno. I mean, this guy is just so likable, even with the Mickey Mouse tattoo, which I believe it was a Mickey Mouse tattoo that he had, which looks a little weird. Hey, different strokes, different folks. But crowd loved this guy from the very beginning. Obviously, a big Hispanic population in Arizona as well. And after the fight, came off super likable, embraced his family, embraced his beautiful children, and then cut this awesome, fiery, babyface promo. Super likable guy. I mean, this dude at one point, if I recall correctly, was like ranked number 16 in the Ultimate Fighter. I think it was like the 16th pick or 16th seed, whatever it was on Tough. I mean, this dude's been an underdog most of his career, worked his way up, went toe-to-toe with the champ, and then he came back, showed significant improvement, and now he is the new flyweight world champion. Whew. And it's awesome to see, too, by the way. It's always great to have great Mexican fighters in combat sports, but especially in MMA, I think it's really important as well, especially when UFC goes back on the road and hopefully when COVID goes away and the rest of the world and everything else and things get safer. But, man, he just came across as such a likable guy. Deiveson Figueiredo in defeat also came across as such a likable guy. I don't see them doing a trilogy fight right away just because, unlike the first fight, this fight wasn't close. You know, had Figueiredo not been submitted, would have been up 3 rounds. Yeah, he would have been down 3 rounds to Moreno. Moreno would have been up 3 rounds. So, man, what a moment. I mean, that was crazy. The Nate Diaz fight was crazy where the first 4 rounds they were all right. You know, Nate Diaz got busted up, and then round number 5 almost finishes Leon Edwards in the closing seconds. Just incredible. So far, so good for the UFC 263 pay-per-view portion of the show. We're going to be live later for the official recap from top to bottom, recapping the main event, which is Adesanya versus Vettori 2. But if you enjoyed this breaking news update, like, share, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more updates like this. We just covered PFL with Clarissa Shields. We just covered Bellator 260 with the new welterweight champion. So check all that out. And until next time, as always, enjoy the fights and congrats to Brandon Moreno. Viva Mexico.